Hello, my name is Mary Elizabeth Castle, and I'm the Director of Government Relations for Texas Values. If you're a regular follower of Texas Values, then you may be familiar with our video series about the rewrite of Title IX. If you're not familiar with that video series, please check out our Texas Values YouTube page where you can find this video series. In summary, we wanted all Texans, including parents, pastors, teachers, and even female athletes, to know the dangers that would arise if the Biden administration's Department of Education were to finalize a rewrite of the Title IX rule to include sexual orientation and gender identity. We have updated you on this process on whether or not it would be finalized. For the past 2 years, it has been successfully delayed, thanks to so many of you sending out messages to the Biden administration and slowing down that process. Well, recently, the Department of Education moved forward with finalizing the rule by sending the proposed rule to the Office of Managerial and Business, which makes it close to its finalization in the process. The separate rule dealing with female athletes that they created last year that basically gave a test where female athletes had to prove that they were being discriminated against by having males in their sports did not go to this final process at the OMB. And it's rumored, according to a Washington Post article, that people inside and anonymous sources are saying that the Biden administration doesn't want to go forward with this rule on women's sports because it's too controversial, and the Biden administration would rather wait until after the presidential election. But nevertheless, they are still moving forward with the rewrite of Title IX that would include sexual orientation and gender identity and have all of the problems that we've mentioned before, like keeping gender identity hidden from parents, having pregnancy include the term abortion, and many other problems. Last week, I was able to represent Texas Values before the federal government, including bureaucrats at the Department of Education, in a testimony to the Department of Education about their Title IX rewrite. And in my 25-minute testimony, which was conducted by phone, I was able to share reasons why the new rule would threaten women and girls' privacy and sports opportunities and completely destroy parental rights. Now, 1 week later, the OMB has still not finalized their process, even though they had a deadline of March. However, they are still in the process of taking testimony on this treacherous Title IX rewrite, and they may finalize the process in May or April. This is why elections are so important. But it is also important to educate yourself about the proposed changes and make sure that your child's school, or if you're a student, that your college is not trying to implement these policies, creating sexual orientation and gender identity special privileges in your school. If your school is trying to implement these radical ideas, please reach out to Texas Values and let us know about it. Remember that together, we can help preserve faith, family, and freedom in the state of Texas and even in our nation.